Now, the ruling National Democratic Congress, the NDC, opens nominations on Thursday, August 27, 2015, ahead of its primaries and presidential primaries slated for November later this year. Ahead of the various names that are being bandied about, we have seen some key names popping up, and we have among the new faces that are coming up, we have the presidential staffer Dr. Clement Park, who is going for the Bilsa South constituency. Sam Nate George, or Sam George as he's popularly known, going for the Ningo Pram Pram constituency. The acting director of the National Service Scheme, Dr. Pesa White, who will be contesting the Shai Osudoku slot. Others, we are told, include the public relations officer of the Volta River Authority, Sam Fletcher, and he is going for the Gomwa West constituency, and the public relations officer of the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum, Edward Bauer, and he is going for the Bongo constituency. There are other media practitioners or people who have been in the media practice for a few years now, the likes of Eric Donatha, he's going for Efutu, Abeku Santana from Fantiman West, and Alhassa Surini, he is going for Tamale North. And we have been joined on the line by we've been joined on the line by a political science lecturer. He is with the Political Science Department of the University of Ghana, Dr. Evans Agredako, to find out really what these new names and faces bring to the table for the NDC and how does that augur for them going into 2016. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you very much for having me.
Great. You probably may have seen and heard some of these names. Do you think that popularity alone can help them win these seats, or the constituents now may be looking for competence more than just popularity?
Thank you very much. When we come to politics, a number of things come to the fore. Of course, I always tell my students that even good looks is a power resource. You understand? Politics is a game of numbers. So if you are popular, why not? You resonate with the masses. Why are you popular? People see that you have something unique to offer, and that is why perhaps they want to rally behind you. But apart from that, you are also looking at the tradition, the party on whose tickets you stand, how popular the party is, within the particular constituency. You are also looking at whether the area that these individuals are standing they are safe seats, or they are very important swing areas, for all the political parties, or the two major parties and so on. But interestingly, I think that if we have a good number of people, young professionals, people perhaps who are excelling in their own fields of endeavor, are interested in entering one of the key institutions of state, which I regard as the democratic face of any republic or democracy, for that matter, parliament, is critical. You reckon that lawmaking is not an easy business.
Right.
So you need people who, apart from knowing or who follow the lawmaking process, people who also have the depth, who can, within the shortest possible time, learn the ropes and then bring the experiences and expertise and reflexes to bear on the decisions that will affect you and I. So these are critical things. When you go back to the Greek, if you read Plato's Republic, you recognize that Plato was always advocating for people who think they know what they are doing to preside over the affairs of the state. And that is why he indicated that the price the wise pays for not participating in government is to live under fool's government. So in any democracy, if our democracy will endure, if we can put food on our table, if we can identify and solve the problems that actually confront us on a daily basis, then we need all hands on deck. It doesn't really matter. You can be a pastor, you can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, whatever profession, a farmer, etc. Once you are prepared to defend the public cause, once you are prepared to defend the public interest, and you have the trade competences, getting into parliament will add to the clout of that institution, and then invariably will impact positively policies and programs that issue out from that very critical institutions of state.
A number of these personalities are already in public office. Would you advise maybe that they resign somewhere along the line if they want to, take part in active politics, especially going into a place like Parliament?
Well, eventually they cannot. If they win, it will be difficult for them to, combine, those two positions. Of course, the Constitution is very clear on maybe issues of the civil servants, for instance, and then some categories. But public servants, for instance, I as a lecturer, if I decide to go and contest in Agona West, for instance, I don't think that in the process or the process leading to the elections, I will want to resign. What perhaps I will do is that when I win the slot, then I can take a leave of absence. And the university will be very willing to grant that leave of absence for me to be able to serve my nation in a different capacity. You want to look at whether indeed that position is likely to conflict with the official responsibilities. And that is why, if you look at a civil servant, for instance, it will be extremely difficult because they operate under several, principles, like one of which is neutrality, anonymity, impartiality, etc. Right. You expect that a typical civil servant will not be able to, combine effectively active politicking with that of trying to advise government on what public policies must be undertaken and preside over the implementation of policy, and so on and so forth. Yes. Okay.
All right. We are grateful for your time. Thank you very much for speaking with us. And he has just thrown some more light on this development in the National Democratic Congress. Dr. Evans Agridako is a political science lecturer, and he is with the Political Science Department of the University of Ghana.